Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night. So glad that you are here with us, that you can join us for the next 2 hours of fun. You know, this is normally where I tease what's going on with the show, and I'll get to that eventually. But I just want to say fun is okay. Fun is not against the law. Well, some kinds of fun is against the law.
Well, sometimes there's anti-fun ordinances in play.
Yeah. So fun is okay. It's okay to have fun. Now I get it that some of the listeners will go, "Oh, WORD's live," not realizing it's Saturday night, and we've been doing this live every Saturday for over a decade, and the first ones to use social media the way that we do. And they go, "Oh no, it's them. Let me turn it off." And there's probably a grimace on their face, probably a lot of squinting. They probably have those angry Muppet lines. You know those angry Muppet lines?
I am aware of the angry
from
Muppet
frowning
lines.
so much because they detest fun. They're fun misers. Okay. They hate fun. They're fun misers. Well,
do they have a song or do they not have a song because they're fun misers?
Well, we can fix that.
Because most misers have a song.
Well, yeah. What was it? The snow miser? Or
yeah.
Was it? Yeah. These guys.
I'm Mr. Heed Miser.
Oh, okay. Well, we can.
There's them. Pretty sure didn't the Burgermeister also have a song?
I think
Meister as opposed to
it's a Meister, not a miser. And there's a.
You could be a Meister of no fun.
You could also be a Maester, and that's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
so that's a Final Fantasy thing. So it's okay to have fun, and that's what we're going to do for the next 2 hours. Hey, you may go, "This fun is not for me." Well, if this fun's not for you, then fun is not for you, and you need to. There's a 12-step program out there. You know what? Let us be your gateway to that 12-step. Okay.
Have I ever told you the 12-step program to having fun?
No. And we're going to save that for the longer.
Most of it is legal.
We'll save that for the long version of the show. On today's show, by the way, we Cameron and I went to see Supergirl. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go ahead and spoil because here's the reason why. Because I think people ain't going to go see it. And that, by the way, is a mistake. I think you should see it, but we'll tell you more about it. I could change my mind. Probably not gonna though.
You seem awfully set.
I'm probably not going to change my mind. Well, you know, I'm usually steadfast when I decide I'm going to do something, but I can be swayed. We are going to talk a lot of wrestling. Today was Night of Champions. We're going to break down the results of that. There's also
today was Night of Champions.
Well, it was nighttime there.
I was enjoying the juxtaposition.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the correction because then
no, it wasn't a correction. It
gave me a chance to expound on the reasons why today was tonight.
Yeah.
So I appreciate
it's irony.
It is, or it's just time zones. We're also, this is a big wrestling weekend. Not only do we have WWE today, we've got NXT tomorrow, we've got TNA tomorrow, and AEW tomorrow. We're going to try to get to that. We've got a wonderful got some AI takeover. Another Flaccid story, video games, nerd roundtable, and so much more. But if you want to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989. That is the text line. And yes, it rhymes. Good night, everyone. I just busted out some mad flow because that's how I roll, yo. Yeah.
Stinker.
Exactly.
Was that what you needed to punctuate the?
Well, some people would. Okay, maybe this.
Woo!
There we go.
There we go.
Is that better? That's better. Okay. Or
science,
because it was scientific what I just did. Also, we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. If you send me a message on my regular Facebook page, because I also have the feed going up there, I won't see it till later, and I apologize. So I could put something on the fourth screen, but then I'm going to have to use my left eye to kind of, and then it'd be a cross-eyed thing, and it'd be ugly. You don't want to see that, or maybe you do because you're into weird stuff. I don't know. Scott says, "Evening, guys. Happy Free RPG Day. Played a Daggerheart demo today and enjoyed a lot." In other news this week, the price of the Steam Machine was finally released, and the basic version will retail at over $1,000 with the premium model at over $1,400. My question is, and Cameron, you may know this, or Scott may know this, what is what's the price of a computer rig that you put together?
It varies, but I mean, like, that's kind of.
I mean, I don't know, but it may be about the same. So would it be better to do a computer where you can upgrade it whenever you need to?
See,
or go with the
that's
steam
what I
machine?
think. I just think it would be better to get a computer just because of.
All right. Scott continues. Commentators do not think this bodes well for what is essentially a lower end gaming PC that can't be upgraded. Exactly what I just said.
Yep.
This combined with the news that Microsoft will be raising the price of Xbox for the third time in a year has many people convinced that $1,000 console across all brands will become the permanent norm in the future. Your thoughts? Well, here's the thing. First of all, we had a chip shortage crisis, and I don't know that they've caught up from that. Maybe they have. And there's just a lot of things going on across the world that's causing prices to be up. A lot of people who have those systems already have them and have had them for a while.
Yeah.
So maybe you raise the price because the demand is not there.
Well, his concern, I think the way he phrased it was like future consoles, like when we get like the next generation of stuff, they'll think that like, oh, $1,000 is the baseline. And
Mark says, "Hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. I saw the entire fourth season of Vox Machina, and it got real dark. Now I'm watching season 2 of The Last Airbender. Toth is hilarious in this. All right, I will tell you this: we are behind because of a lot of stuff going on, and so we're probably not going to talk Vox Machina or Last Airbender this week, but we will next week."
yes,
Dave says, "Welcome back." Let's see. Chris says, "What's up, guys? What in the world does a Steam machine do? Same as a PC,
it's the same as a PC,
except it's just for games.
It's just for Steam.
Yes." Texter says, "I want to know the illegal steps to fun." No, you don't. I think you you probably know those already.
Well, you know,
No. We WRD and the Upstate Pulse does not condone those steps to those illegal steps to fun.
the Pappy's 12 steps to fun.
There will be a book out later. It will be in the I Can Read section. All right.
That wasn't the section I was thinking of, but
well,
okay.
You know, see Pappy run. See Pappy get tased. It's that sort of thing.
See Pappy shrug it off and just laugh maniacally.
No, because you should comply if you're told to stop.
Absolutely, you should. You should.
All right. Speaking of being out and about, which I didn't, but I'm going to anyway. I got two things to talk about. First, we're going to talk about what Cameron did yesterday.
Oh yeah.
But before that, there's something about South Carolina that bothers me, and it's probably the same thing that's happening all over the country, all over the world, nay, all over the universe. I don't know, but I will say here, people will stop and let people go across 3 lanes of traffic to turn left. Stop it, okay?
It is really stupid.
That is idiotic. That you say Southern hospitality. No, you're just dumb. Okay.
There's so many different ways to get to different places.
But I'm bringing that up because you have that kind of courtesy, but still yet you park as close as you can to my car where I can't get in the car.
It also shoot us a dirty look.
Yeah,
as
it
if we
looked
were
like-
the problem.
Oh yeah, fat boy, let's see you get in that vehicle, which I did because I am limber. All right. I'm like, yeah, like limber.
Yeah.
How low can you go?
Funny
Stuff.
enough, step number 6.
So anyway, this happened to us today. We tried a new wings place around the corner, which is pretty good. Not going to give them a free plug. But if you're playing football, the goal is to throw or run for A, and then I'll leave that, up to you. But anyway, so we come out and these people go and they see us standing there. Of course, they don't know what car we're going to, but I'm looking at the car and they pull in and they gangsta in a way to where I can't hardly get out and could not hardly get in my car. And I watched the lady get out and she could barely get out and she probably weighed 95 pounds. Okay. And there are plenty of other spaces. I think they did it on purpose.
It was comical how bad it was.
So if you're listening, I don't hate you, but if I were to hate somebody, it would be you.
You'd be on the list of potentials.
All right. It's just, I mean, I can consider it a challenge, which it was. And not only that, I'm walking with a cane. So that makes it, so I'm infirm and fat, and you may think I'm infirm because I'm fat, and that's not the case. Anyway, I hope you tripped and dropped your burger and then stepped on it and got ketchup on your favorite dress. Anyway, Cameron had a fun outing yesterday, right?
I did.
Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I went with my mom, sister, niece to a Greenville
He said
Browns
sister
game.
and niece.
Sister and niece. Yes.
We do live in Warrens County.
No,
Go ahead.
There was an and in there.
Go ahead.
All right. So ended up sitting up in like the suites and such. Had a good time talking with everybody, enjoying the game and whatnot. And I noticed early on in the game there was a foul ball that was hit, and it absolutely nailed the crap out of a window. I was like, huh, okay. I doubt that'll happen again because of how the net is and all that stuff. Well, it happened again. And just to show you guys on the stream, I caught it. But I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have. And it was one of those things of like the alert system in my brain got triggered. So like I immediately like snapped, looked left, saw it coming for me. Like over all this stuff. And I'm high up in the stadium. And I chicken winged it up. And I still have like a bruise on my arm from it, but chicken winged it up and then grabbed it like off to the side. No one saw the chicken wing. All people saw was just the fact that I grabbed it because it happened that quick. And everybody saw me do it. So it was like a little bit of embarrassment. I was like, oh, cool.
So I will say good job for you. And if Rob Brown, if you just happen to be listening,
and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
he caught it.
Number 10.
He caught a foul ball and you still have it. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Oh, that was my first baseball game I've ever been to.
It wasn't, but it's the first one that you remember.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Rob wanted a foul ball?
As an adult, he always does. And complains about people who bring a glove to the thing. You don't need a glove when you got a chicken wing.
Yeah. Didn't get it.
By the way, those listening, he didn't use an actual chicken wing. He used his arm.
Yes, I used my arm and I moved it up like a chicken wing.
Yes, a chicken
I
wing.
bowed the air so that way the ball didn't absolutely destroy my face.
There we go. All right, we come back. We're going to talk Supergirl. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
You know, that's the first time I've kept them on. I didn't realize what you did with the zeros. Sorry if I'm calling that out, but that's it. That's spite editing right there.
Well, yeah, I'm an award-winning producer, and also Colonel Grudge. So
yeah, poor Rob couldn't get a foul
put
ball.
forth the point by using sarcasm. So
Yes.
that's how I roll, as it were.
Yes, indeed. By the way, I think it would have been cooler if I used a chicken wing to like knock the thing up.
As long as you didn't lose the chicken wing.
True.
And then when you're done, you're able to take a bite out of the chicken wing.
Yes, that would have been.
That's next level.
That would have been peak fat foo.
Dave, Michael King.
Right, messed him.
Stoneman and LexCorp asked. Well, Stoneman asked me, is like, "What'd you name your cane?" And I said, Michael. It broke him a little.
Good.
So if anyone hears me say I can't find Michael, it means I misplaced my cane, which is not completely necessary, except sometimes it is.
The cane or saying you can't find Michael?
Oh, the saying I can't find Michael is very necessary.
Yes.
So me getting up after sitting here for 2 hours is difficult.
Oh, one thing to add on to the foul ball thing. After like the game was over and all the rest of the suites had emptied, there were so many people who walked up and were talking to me about it. That's how I knew so many people saw it. I thought it happened so quick nobody saw it, but they all like looked at me, which makes sense because everyone's going to be following the ball.
Well, yeah. No, you're on the right chat, dude. You are.
We see you, Chris.
Now, if you can't hear me, then we got a problem. I guess we can be heard. Can we be heard? Someone acknowledge. Can you hear me? Yeah, I see audio going through the meter. There's a meter on there.
There's a meter?
The meter turns, not meter.
Not meter?
No, meter. He's a tow truck.
He is a tow truck.
I am the hype! I am the hype! I am the hype! Science!
All right, that part didn't work. Because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, you're going strong.
No, I was getting it, and then I hit something that had.
You ain't quite the DJ that I am, but you know, if you read the 12 Steps to Fun, you'll learn how to be able to DJ properly.
Wonderful!
Welcome back to the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night. For those wondering where Odie is, just ask him what he's doing. I don't know. Which is his video series that he's doing. Check it out on Facebook if you haven't seen it. Pretty funny. Especially he has a whip. So and I still don't know why he has a whip, but maybe someday he'll come back here and show us.
Step number 11.
No, not show us, tell us, because I
Yeah.
I mean, no.
It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
He starts playing Devo, and then we get scared.
All right, Texter says, I dropped my sunglasses in the parking lot and stepped on them getting out of my late husband's car, and it took me an hour to stop laughing. Why are you looking at? I mean, the different things can crack you up. It's fine. Let's see. Chris thought he was on the wrong feed, but he was not. And people want to know if my cane has a name, and it does. It's Michael. Because some people just want to see the world burn. And that's why. Let's see. Trey says, just finished watching Supergirl with my daughter. I thought it was great. All right, so let's talk about. I said, all right, so not okay, so. Okay, so is the trigger for this.
It's all good.
So you would give me the look like
I looked at you.
Yeah,
I didn't give you the look. I just looked at you.
Okay.
I know my looks can be pointed. I can't help that. When did that drum set get in here?
All right. Don't get carried away. We went to see Supergirl. And first of all, disappointing when I pulled in and noticed the traffic, there wasn't a lot of people there. It's like, okay, people are listening to the negative reviews. And I get that. I get how some people, the only way that they'll ever go do something is if someone on the computer tells them to. And I don't roll that way. I will look at it, and I always have been, and go, okay, I think this movie's going to be good. And I miss sometimes. I do. My percentage is very low as far as missing a movie. And although there are times that I like a movie and other people don't, I thought Supergirl was good. It is on the sad side. And here's what I think people have a problem with. They're going to go thinking it's a James Gunn movie, and it's not.
Nope.
James Gunn didn't direct the movie. James Gunn did not write the movie. Just because it's in the DC universe doesn't mean he wrote or directed it. He approved it, but he didn't write it or direct it. I think it was James Wan who did it, actually, who is a pretty noted director. This movie was very action oriented, which you could tell by the trailers. I was worried because they basically gave the whole story away in the trailers.
They did.
And dropping all the clips and everything. And they did that because of test audiences or because they saw how it was being slammed. There's nothing woke in this thing. If people are worried about that,
No.
there's nothing. And it's sad. It has a few moments of comedy in it, which you got to have some, or it's War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise,
Yes.
where there's no happiness. But this is not like that. There's happiness. There's good stuff. It is, I mean, they shot the dog. We already know that.
Yes.
And they also killed the girl's family. We already know that. And it's a journey to find yourself, which is what she does. And at the end of the movie, she's good. I mean, she's not great. I mean, but she's in a better place and she's ready to go back to Earth. She's ready to be with Clark. She has a better understanding of Clark. And she's ready to team up with him and Lex Luthor to take on Brainiac. I mean, you can look at it as this is the middle movie of something because it is to a degree. Imogene says, I sure do miss Odie and Matthew. Sorry, we're so boring, but I just
You still got us.
By the way, we miss them too. I miss anyone who's ever been on the show. I miss Patrick. I miss Angry Zach. I miss Chris. I mean, so many people, so many, and there's too many to name. I miss T2, although I see him almost every day. I see Chris almost every day. So it's not like, and Chris was on here a couple weeks ago. Odie, as far as I know, will be back. He told me he was going to be off for a month. And if that's it, he's been off a month. So, but next week's a holiday. So I don't know how many people are going to be listening or no, actually everyone's going to be listening. Let's see. Chris says, I really want to see another Justice League movie. It'll happen as long as, well, it probably still happen anyway, because we'll see right away. Oh, James Gunn's in trouble. He's in trouble. This movie's going to bomb because Superman bombed and it didn't. It didn't bomb.
No, it didn't.
It made more money than it cost to make and market. So that's not a bomb. A profit of $1, guess what? Still profit. It made more than $1.
There was one thing I was wanting to ask you about as far as the movie goes, and I'm not going to spoil anything.
I don't care about spoilers because I don't believe people are going to go see it.
Okay.
I think hardcores like us are going to go see it, but I think word of mouth has already killed it before it started. Actress saying a couple things automatically put some people off because they cannot separate the politics and the art. And I think it's also very difficult for a woman to lead a movie of this type because there are young guys who are the prime audience, probably 16 to 30, and they don't want to get in touch with their emotions. That's not what they're there for. And this was a very emotional movie.
It was a very emotional movie.
And some people don't like the bad guy. I like the bad guy because he reminded me of the Kurgan from Highlander.
Sometimes you just need a straightforward, just evil bandit warlord guy.
Yeah, because
he just likes to snack in every single scene he's in.
He's right.
Did you notice that?
Wonder Woman, Chris, is the exception. The first one, the 1984, that was bad.
Yeah, it was.
That was really bad. There was hijacking of bodies.
Yes, there was a whole bunch of
violations.
Yeah,
there was a lot, and there was rope and lightning, which just don't. I mean,
the guy wakes up after the movie and goes like, "I feel like I missed something really good."
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you, do you think it was too gross in parts?
As far as it was kind of gross.
It was very gross.
It was kind of gross. Gross in a, oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe they did that.
It was like a Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah, it was
like Rick and Morty aliens everywhere.
All right. So when the thing is emptying out its bowels, and then they scoop it up, and it's supposed to be like popcorn.
Yes.
And they say it tastes like poo because it actually was poo.
Yeah.
I don't know that was necessary.
You could almost cut to Beavis and Butthead laughing. But
and it was that part. Those parts weren't funny in the boys kind of way.
Yeah.
This was just gross for like, why did you do that?
Yeah. See, and that was
by the way, Trey, it was John Wick in space.
By the way, that was like the only part I didn't like about the movie.
So what was the question? Was that the question?
Well, did you also find those like parts gross and just like
I expected it. It's a party girl, and those kind of people end up in gutters and things like that.
that's a fair point.
And that's what she was trying to do: drown her sorrow, get away from all the sad things that had happened to her. And there were some really sad things. And unfortunately, there are people that in real life, that's how they look to get away from those situations, by drowning themselves in drugs and drinking and those kind of things, to take their mind off of the hurt that they've gone through. But by the end, I mean, I don't want to say it's a redemption story, but it is to a degree.
It's redeeming her state of mind. It's not like she was ever a bad person. She was just sort of going about it.
Again, I like the bad guy, how he ate everything.
Yes.
I thought that quirk was funny, and he reminded me of Clancy Brown, the Kurgan from Highlander. Just
see, now that you mentioned it, I absolutely get
just
that.
his quirkiness, how he moved his head,
Yes,
how he walked into a room, stuff like that. Like he thinks he's the baddest guy in there. By the way, Lobo was good. There wasn't enough of them, but there probably will be more. Let's see. Trey says it kind of had a plot hole. Perhaps canines from Krypton have different reactions from the people. Maybe. And the question is, at the end, would the chocolate actually have harmed him?
That's a good question. Maybe that's his kryptonite.
Well, Clark appeared to think that it would, because he was.
Well, maybe it's because he didn't know, so he just wanted to make sure that.
I think a lot of people are also disappointed because there were no post-credit scenes. You come to expect that in a superhero movie, but James Gunn did say that none of those movies would have that if it didn't have meaning.
Yeah,
and he wasn't going to put anything in there to sell something that wasn't for sure.
Yeah. Look,
which means they probably weren't ready to put anything from Man of Tomorrow in there.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I mean, if you don't have anything and all that stuff, what's the point?
If you are worried about being spoiled, you already have been. The entire story has been through the trailers.
Yes.
If you just want to go and have a good time and watch a superhero movie, go watch it. When she puts the suit on without, and also the suit finally has meaning for her, the Supergirl suit. And when she puts it on without that coat that she wears around all the time, it looks really cool.
It does. I also like their use of Jimmy Eats World middle during that one fight scene near the end.
The song, I read that they were having trouble finding the right song for that.
Because it makes perfect sense.
They picked a bunch of different songs and none of them worked.
Yeah, but in this case, like, it worked perfectly for what she was dealing with.
So listen, as far as I'm concerned, go see it if you haven't seen it. I think you'll enjoy it if you like superhero movies. Cameron?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a good movie. Aside from a little bit of like Rick and Morty grossness. That was
it was
a good movie.
It was a buddy film with girls. And you replace those two characters with guys, I think it probably does better. That's sad, but that has to do with demographics. And we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll end up doing better than what I think it will. But I have my concerns. I came out of the theater going, man, this is not going to do well because it's not going to catch the core audience. It'll catch the core audience. The word of mouth won't get other people to come and see it. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're talking some wrestling. You listen to Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
We know, Chris. We know.
Not that you shouldn't be.
No.
All right, but along those lines, looking forward to Spider-Man, which is not DC, but I'm looking forward to that. That is the next superhero movie that's coming out. Indeed. And I'm looking forward to Lanterns. I think Lanterns is going to be a lot like Supergirl was as far as the seriousness goes, without the gross stuff.
Yes. When does that come out again?
August.
Okay.
Yeah, Trey, I had read there were two, and I guess I got misled And Cameron's like, no, there isn't any. And then I looked it up again and it said there isn't any. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, when you said there was 2, I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I know I read that, but I must have. I usually go to multiple sites, and I only went to one, so
Yeah.
that's on me. Check your sources and have more than one source. Also, our bad for taking a little kid with us during the previews. that one is like, oh, that's PG-13? Okay.
Well, she has enough sense to close her own eyes.
And her grandma helped also.
Yes, several layers of protection.
And she didn't really like it that much. She was more interested in Superman when we went to see it.
Well, because there's probably more crypto involved.
Yeah. And Superman was brighter. This was shot dark on purpose.
Yeah.
A lot of bad places. Yeah, the one with Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that.
It's like, whoa, what? Don't you hate it when that happens?
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on Saturday night. Having some fun. Talking a little bit of everything pop culture. Because all right, we haven't gotten to everything yet, but we're going to get to a good portion of everything. It kind of reminds you of I would walk 500.
Yes, it kind of does.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
Makes me think of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
There's a song in there. That's how Marshall and Ted become friends, because the tape of that is stuck in the car, and it just plays it for hours and hours until it breaks them down psychologically.
All right. Trey on the stream says someone had a legit Superman cosplay outfit. I wish I got a pic. Yeah, those are cool.
Didn't we see one when we watched Superman last year?
I believe we did.
Yeah, I could have sworn that there was a guy dressed like that.
All right. If you're into professional wrestling, then you know that this weekend has been one of the biggest wrestling weekends, or shall be by the end of Sunday.
This shall be.
It shall be.
Stinker.
It shall be one of the biggest.
Stinker.
Now you just don't know. You just don't know, because I was acting, or was I?
Stop faking me out, man.
Mind your business while grown folk talking.
Dadgummit, I got tricked.
You did. And that was a play on words. All right. Speaking of Trick Williams and the other guys and gals in WWE, Night of Champions was tonight, or was today, but it was nighttime.
But it was also tonight.
Yes, it was. Let's go over the matches and what happened. First of all, King of the Ring finals, Obafemi defeats Jey Uso. Jey Uso had a good showing of it. So many people were thinking there's going to be interference from Brock Lesnar, or the Bloodline's going to get involved, or something like that. But it was just a straight up match between the two.
Yeah.
And it definitely helps Obafemi, him winning straight up. Does it hurt Jey? I don't know. It depends on what they do with the storyline.
I don't think so.
How will Roman Reigns, the OTC, deal with the disappointment of Jey losing? The old OTC, Jey would be punished. We'll see what happens. I'm curious about that.
Maybe they have a very big heart-to-heart at Waffle House.
They could to forward this storyline. So Obafemi wins. Obafemi probably more than likely is going after Roman because he name dropped Roman when he told Jay he didn't care about him. He was interested in his cousin. So that's probably who he's going to go after. Obafemi versus, and it hasn't been announced yet that I've seen Obafemi versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, but he also may wrestle Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So as we get closer, I have some speculations of what I think may happen there. Io Sky defeats Liv Morgan for the Queen of the Ring. And beforehand, she interrupted Danhausen, and Danhausen cursed her.
I don't get why they do that. Why would they mess with Danhausen?
Obviously, they're doing this because there's the storyline, that Danhausen took all their money because he did take a lot of their money.
Yeah, I did see they took.
I'm sorry, their human money.
Yes. Dom and JD's human money.
Yes. And so
Dom and who are you?
Yes. So they are. She was cursed. She lost. It was a pretty good match. But Io Sky.
Did the curse appear in any sort of way?
It did not.
Okay.
It did not. So there was
no subtle curse.
Yeah, there was no. It was just like in her head kind of thing.
Gotcha.
It didn't make sense anyway. I was hoping that Io would say that she was going to go against Rhea, but she did not. She's going to go against Liv again, supposedly at SummerSlam. Chris wants to know whatever happened to Samoa Joe. He was in AEW. I don't know if he's still there or not. I think he is. Mark says, I thought Brock was interfering, which would have helped both storylines. It would have. Maybe. I don't know. Trey wants to know if Danhausen brought his jar of teeth to the WWE. Yes, and he's a bigger star in WWE than he ever was in AEW because they understand how to use comedy wrestling.
He has taken over.
He absolutely has. The stuff that he's doing with Miz is great. The fact
where
that
he turned them into he lobotomized.
They have a white streak in their hair now.
Yes,
too.
I saw.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. Will it die out eventually? Probably, but he's taking advantage of it right now. And last I checked, which has been a couple of weeks, he has the best-selling merch out there. So above all the other wrestlers. All right, Seth Rollins defeats Braun Breaker in a cage match with a lot of weapons. And that was a little surprising, too, that there was no interference in this match because, again, cage match, no real DQs.
You thought that the John Cusack villains would pop out.
But no one showed up, and Seth Rollins defeated – I was rooting for Braun Breaker because I don't like Seth Rollins. All right, Trick Williams defeated Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, one of the last wrestlers that I actually got to I think he's the last male wrestler that I got to interview. And talk to him about, slipping on the ropes because of too much baby oil.
Due to one Obafemi.
Yes. A lot of baby oil. It's always going to be one of my favorite conversations.
Best part about that was just seeing him just go, or just like hearing him go, wait a second.
Yeah.
Maybe I should check the ropes.
It was a really good match, but Trick Williams comes out the victor, and congratulations to him getting married to Lash Legend last week. Also, Trick Williams, if a certain show still existed, I would have gotten to interview him, but it does not.
That's a shame,
I did not.
because I feel like that would have been a good interview.
It would have been fun, especially since he used to be a South Carolina Gamecock, and I would have definitely had fun with that. Talking to him about how Gingy was stiff arming a Clemson player, because that was just great how he did that. Let's see. WWE. Yeah, I already said that. Tiffany Stratton defeats Jade Cargill and then gets beat up. And then some other things come out, and some other people come out and help. And it becomes because I read the thing and it's, stuff I can't comment on.
I was going to say things, monsters.
It was monsters. All right. And then the main event, which I called, by the way, I just want to point out, I called this last week.
You did.
Sami Zayn wins the Undisputed Men's Championship. And then I just watched a video before we went on the air of Nick Aldis and my friend Gunther getting into it in the backstage. And everyone wants to see Aldis wrestle again.
Can Aldis wrestle? Was he
Dude,
injured?
he was.
No. It's not about
I think he was a champion in NWA, actually.
My question is more
which
about,
is owned by the lead singer for the Smashing Pumpkins.
I thought it would be Ice Cube, but
no, he really is owned by him. His name escapes me right now, just because I know I'm late.
Billy
for break.
Corgan?
Yes, it's owned by Billy Corgan.
The question I had was like, did he get injured at some point?
I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
I think and what's his name on Monday night? The manager also
Pierce.
Pierce is also a wrestler.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's always a question of like if they're in their managerial roles and that kind of stuff. Are they doing that because they're injured? And
when they wrestle again, it usually means more than likely they're probably done as a manager. So I've enjoyed both of them as managers. All right, we come back. We're gonna break down some more wrestling, have a little fun, and then a lot of fun, and then maybe too much fun. Listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Breakdown hits. I guess we'll find out, Mark. And maybe he did in his own way.
Yes. Just stared at him as he walked by. Is he just still laying about?
He is. He's getting paid to do it. I don't know if he's wrestling other places. I mean, like at dark matches.
I mean, easy money, man.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Pap, can I have another pop, please?
I did not ergonomically set this up well. I have to walk.
I can't comment about that, Chris. I will say this, and I was thinking about this yesterday. And I've talked about it before. My career, I start a new job every 5 or 6 years, it seems like. But sometimes I get to keep the old one whilst doing it. In this case, I did not. Although, no, technically, I still have the job thank you. I'm still executive producer for The Fan, just like I've always been executive producer for Word, which means I'm over the producers and a lot of the production, the promos, things like that. I do all that. Which I enjoy doing, but I enjoy being on the air more. But, you know, I also like having a paycheck.
Money is good.
Well, I mean, you know, it's also the root of all evil, or so they say. I think those people might be poor people, though. Yeah, Mark says Adam Pearce was a 3-time NWA world champion.
I was about to say, or people without impulse control.
Yeah, I've heard he was good as Magnus, Mark. All this was Magnus. I believe in TNA, I think it was.
Could he do magic?
Not that kind of Magnus, I don't think.
There's apparently several kinds of Magnuses, and they're always like heavy hitters, because there's like a Magnus, I believe, in Warhammer, and it's like the son of the Emperor, and he caused a lot of
like
problems.
Magnus as in a chick magnet, you know. Again, Chris, no comment. Because I would like to still be employed.
Can I speak as your manager?
No, you may not. Or you may not be here next week.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
Yes. Like that promo that just played. I did that. So, you know, it's like when you eat some real spicy food and like an hour later, like stuff starts messing with you, and then
Stinker.
yeah, it's like that.
So what you're saying, it's like a witch's cauldron over there.
Well, no, not quite yet, but
Toil.
the ride home's going to be fun. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
That's all I'm pointing out. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse.
He doesn't
Lonzo
believe in
and
windows.
Cameron here. It's hot outside, and plus, if I roll down the windows, it messes my hair up, and I can't hear the radio. So speaking of the radio, that's what we're on right now. And if you would like to be a part of this here show, text line 800-905-0989. We're also live and lively because we're having one conversation on the stream, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. It is the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. And I will tell you, not only does LexCorp look at this and all the comments, but so does corporate. So we appreciate it. We do. It's one of the things that helps keep us here on Saturday nights. The other thing that helps keep us here on Saturday nights is Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. Check them out. They're open 7 days a week. They've got all your geeky needs. I haven't seen Rob in a while, but it is that season. It is Comic-Con season, including, I think it's next month when San Diego Comic-Con happens. And there's cons and things going on all around. And my dude is busy. Not so busy that he couldn't help me out a couple weeks ago when I was asking about Wizardly stuff. Remember I was texting him and he was texting me back?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On the air because he's cool like that. But Borderlands Comics and Games, if you need comic books, obviously they have those. And if you can't find one that you want, talk to them and they will try to order it and get it in for you. By the way, a pool box is a godsend because if you live a busy life, or maybe you've been sick or something like that, and you just can't get in there, if you have a pull box, they will pull those comics for you every week and hold them for you. So let's say you miss a couple weeks, you go in like I did, and there's 7 books waiting for me. And even some I didn't realize came out, and they took care of it because I put it on my list. So make sure you check that out and put together a pull list. They also have vintage video games, vintage toys. They have all your D&D needs, including paint and figurines and dice and books and all those kind of things. And check them out. Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. There are no strangers there. I love that place. It's awesome. All right, let's get on to some more wrestling, just because, like I said, this is a very busy week in wrestling. Don't worry if you're not a wrestling fan. You should be, but if you're not, we're not going to do this the entire show. But there's a couple other things going on, including tomorrow. There are 3 things going on tomorrow night at the same time. 3 different companies, all competing with each other, but only one of them is free. Okay, and that is the Great American Bash for NXT. Not only is it free, it's a PLE, which is a premium live event. It's on CW. So tomorrow night at 7:00, you can watch it on CW. One thing that WWE has been doing because of the ESPN app and because of the time of the year, they've been able to put on an hour of their PLEs on ESPN and ESPN2, which has been really cool for people who may have gotten away from wrestling or have never watched wrestling. Maybe this will help pull them in. I think this on CW will help. NXT has been a pretty good product. Then just about everybody moved up. All the big stars moved up. And so they're kind of starting all over again, but they're not, because they brought in some fairly some guys and girls that have become names right away. All right, here are the matches for tomorrow night for Slammiversary, at least the ones that I have. Starting off with Saquon Sugars versus Dion Lennox in the singles match. Dark State was one of those factions that would jump everybody and beat everybody up. But Saquon Sugars was the only guy who was actually a wrestler. The other guys were athletes that have come in and become wrestlers, and they got jealous of him, so they kicked him out. So he systematically taken all of them out and left the one guy he has the most beef with for this match. So Saquon versus Dion Lennox. I would like to see Saquon win this, but the other 2 guys that he jumped, they're going to come back and they're going to beat him down probably again.
Never mess with a guy named Sugars.
Yes. Well, but I think Sugars is going to lose. I think Dion Lennox wins. All right. Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights for the NXT North American Championship. They were boys back in the day. They were in a faction. Then Miles left and has been successful, and Tavion has not. So they're going against each other. I think they give this to Tavion. By the way, I got this from a gambling site. So the gambling site says Miles Bourne retains. The gambling site also says Deion Lennox wins. All right. Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray. I really like Kendall Gray. We've been able to watch. We watched her on LFG. She's moved up to NXT. She was on Evolve for a while, going up against Lola Vice. Lola Vice is a champion somewhere else. I think it might be time for Kendall Gray to win the championship, and I think she will. That .com place that I got this from, I'm not going to give them a free plug. Also says Kendall Gray wins. And finally, Tony D'Angelo versus Nuraku. Nuraku, I believe his now wife just won Queen of the Ring. Io Sky, I believe, is his wife. I think I saw that somewhere.
Oh,
And he did the Chris Jericho and set up the book or the contract signing with Tony D'Angelo. He opened it up and fire went in his face. So half of Tony D'Angelo's face and eye supposedly is burnt.
oh no.
So I don't know what they're going to, I don't know if he's going to be heavily bandaged in this match. I can't wait to see it. But
It
if
also sounds like a Street Fighter character. But
if he loses, if Nuraku were to beat Tony D'Angelo, he just has to stay on whichever side is burnt. I don't remember which side is burnt, but to stay on that side. Well, I mean, you take advantage of the weakness. That's why you give someone the weakness. I do believe that Tony D'Angelo wins because it makes him look stronger winning with an impediment, like not
Yes.
being able to see. And we've
or
seen
having half your face burned off.
yes. Chris says, I haven't heard of Chris Jericho in years. He's been in AEW all this time and still does that sort of thing. All right, there is more to come. There are two more things wrestling to break down. We'll sprinkle those throughout the rest of the show, including TNA Slammiversary and AEW Forbidden Door. We also are going to talk My Adventures with Superman, latest episode of that, because we did watch that, which was really good. We'll talk about that. We are also going to give you an oops, an AI takeover, Flaccid story. Maybe even start with the Flaccid story because it's pretty. How do you say? It's gross. It's really gross.
Stinker.
So we're probably going to start with that. Also, lightning round, nerd roundtable. So much to come in the next hour. By the way, I also want to remind you that we are still live during the top of the hour commercial break on our social media pages on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and on X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. So check it out there because the conversation continues and we do continue to talk. And most of the stuff ends up on the air, but we will continue to talk about that. All right, plenty more to come, as I just previewed a second ago, right here on the Upstate Pulse, News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
You went posh British man there for a second.
Hey, man, I don't know where I'm going. Sometimes the voices say what they want to say.
Your vocal cords got colonized.
I'm tired, man. I'm so tired.
Would you like me to pep you up?
Nope, don't need a pep talk. Thank you very much.
It worked for Jen.
Yeah, well, you know.
He kicked the crap out of all the Mongolians. Admittedly, partially my fault, but I made up for it. Sometimes you're just giving advice to a buddy and he creates a massive empire that causes a lot of global change. Good or bad? I don't know. Well, Chris, I hope you don't got the shine.
That's a different thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, same author though, so I think, yeah.
No, apparently, no.
Does he have the shine?
Yes.
Because I never watched that movie.
No, I looked at something popped up later, talking about how different characters and different bits of his works have the shine, and that character was one of them.
Oh,
That's the reason why he wanted to die. I believe I'm understanding.
Well, that'll do it.
By the way, Dick Halloran. That's who we were trying to remember.
hey, we haven't watched it in a while. My excuse is I'm old.
I don't have an excuse. I need to be able to back that up.
I'll blame it on the heat. You could blame it on the rain that's falling, but it's not right now. So
Oh, it was falling earlier.
I don't know, Luke. What are you doing there on Dagobah? Saw the little runt sitting there on the log. Ask him his name, and in a rusky voice he said, Yoda.
So good to see live.
He was recently or is going to be at the well. I've seen him once. I think that's
Once is enough.
yeah, it's basically going to be the same, probably.
Like I don't think I'd see a band twice. It's like I very rarely watch movies twice anymore. Anyway.
I watch movies twice, especially when I'm in pain and I don't want to play a game and I just want to feel comfort. I will watch a comfort movie, which is why I watched Superman again recently.
It is,
And the real reason why I decided to watch it is because I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. Got stuck in my head, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna watch a movie.
well, that pops up in my thing all the time.
I don't have that on my. I should put that on my playlist.
I feel like it fits. I feel like I'm punk rock.
I was telling Cameron earlier. So what I do is if I hear a song that I've forgotten about or something new that I like, I add it to my Spotify. And I heard "Oh What a Lonely Boy," and it reminded me of the band, or more of a vocal group for him, the Christian group, who I got to. I was interning at a Christian record label one time, and I got to actually set up their stage for a concert. Is when they were doing with the Wings album, I think it was, and they were doing vocal tests for their microphones, and they were singing "Oh What a Lonely Boy" and seeing who could get the highest. And they never crackled. It was just amazing. So every time I hear that song, I think of them and I think of that moment. And it's a cool moment. Video games.
We don't talk about video
Cameron played a
games.
video game.
Yes, I did. Should I talk about said video game?
Probably when we get to it.
Okay. I was about to say now or later.
No, later.
Okay.
Let's wait for the bigger audience, not just
What?
yeah. I
Gotcha.
mean, you know, yeah.
Look, I was asking the director how exactly he wanted this to be played.
I will also talk about how I got around the mod,
Hey,
because I am patient. And I hate when I'm in the middle of a story and I can't finish it because I want to know how it ends. I don't want to look it up. It's not the same as actually playing it.
yes. Because games are meant to be played, not read. Although some reading is required for games. Like Rogue Trader, which is basically like a novel squeezed into a video game.
Hmm.
There's so much reading. I forgot how much reading there was.
I'm playing 4 or 5 games at once because I've suddenly realized that I have wasted a lot of time and points because I didn't get my Game Pass points. And I'm about to be up to $15 on game card.
I need to start doing
And
that
if I
again.
a gift card, and if I keep doing that, I can either buy paid mods or buy a whole game. I don't know which game comes out anytime soon or like in the fall that I might want to buy. By the time I get there, I got multipliers on my bonus. So like I got to keep my bonus going so I
You
can get
keep
my
your combat
multipliers.
multiplier higher. Hero, your energy is running low.
Yeah, what stinks is Trey, you used to be able to go to Toys R Us for that. Probably your best bet would be to order something.
Bye, Jeff. I miss you. Was Jeffrey the giraffe, right?
It was Jeffrey.
Okay.
He's out there somewhere. They keep trying to bring it back. But it's the internet killed it, really. Which I don't get, because there's nothing like going into a toy store. I mean, and just walking around, even as an
Yeah.
adult, just walking around and going, oh, that's cool, that's cool.
The soullessness of modernity has killed quite a few things already.
But you can still go to Borderlands Comics and Games where they have toys.
Yes. Well, they similar experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night, having a blast, just talking about all things geeky and nerdy and weird, because that's what we do. And we like to have fun. We hope you're having fun too. And if you're not having fun, start having fun. I mean, I mean, they come up with a fancy acronym for fun. Don't need to do that. Fun is if something makes you smile, something makes you smirk, something makes
F
that.
is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Okay, I forget what that is.
N is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea.
Okay, thank you very much.
Should I sing the plankton part?
No. And green is not a creative color.
There may or may not be a video of me singing the fun song.
Okay, well.
And it goes badly for everyone.
Of course it does. So if you want to be a part of this here fun show, here's how you do it. Text line 800-905-0989. And here's the reason why. Because 0 is a number, it's not a letter. But in the end,
It's all good.
it is. It absolutely is. We are also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. It is the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD. Don't worry. She's 4 foot tall. I'm not scared.
I don't know. I might be.
you probably should be.
That's so aggressive. That is the most aggressive scream you have on there.
That's the only scream I have on there.
No, you have Broly, but
oh yeah, well that's not really a scream. That's more of a throaty.
what's the difference between a scream and a battle cry?
He's not screaming.
That's not screaming to you?
It's a battle cry with echo.
All right. I don't know why that bothers me.
All right, if those are screams, what's this?
That's a woo.
Okay, 2 screams and a woo. Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, in this hour, we are going to be discussing a little more wrestling eventually. We're also going to talk My Adventures with Superman, the latest episode of that. We have an AI takeover. We've got Flash's stories, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. Talk some video games and some things that are coming out and adaptations of things that are coming out. And we're going to do some nerd roundtable. But before that,
Stinker.
Who cut the cheese? Who cut the cheese? I ask you, please, did you cut the cheese?
Stinker.
I'm not adverse to learning. Tell me why my eyes are burning. Who cut the cheese?
I think I'm gonna hurl. And now, putrid, stupid, stinky stories with Flaccid Patrick.
Do not go in there.
And Sabage.
all right, if you're hearing the intro for the first time, maybe a little bit of explanation is needed. Back in the day, Patrick was on the show, and he didn't like certain words. Flaccid would be one of those words, which is why we say flaccid all the
Seepage
time.
would be enough.
He didn't like putrid. There's a lot of words, and so I spent a lot of time trying to make Patrick throw up. Why? Because that's what bros do. I mean,
It became the game of that time period.
Can I make Patrick throw up? Which I almost did. And then I stopped because I realized that if he did throw up, it would be my fault. And chances are I may have to clean it up because it was my fault. And I wouldn't want to get in trouble because tough love is still love. But I didn't need any of that. So there's that. So, and I was the only one who tried to make Patrick be uncomfortable, but that's what you do.
Gee, I wonder why.
That's what you do when they're
Bro.
Buddy, pal,
Bro.
buddy, pal, D,
Bro.
buddy, pal, D.
Sup, bruh?
So anyway, I've held on to that for a while, put those combination right there. It's like, okay, when am I going to be able to use that? I don't know, but but now I have. All right, let us get to the flaccid, stinky story with Patrick, who is out conquering flaccid kingdoms as he often does. A man in California fell into a vault toilet while trying to retrieve his sunglasses, becoming trapped in a sewage tank at Camp Edison near Shaver Lake. You guys know where that is. Yeah.
All right, let's back this up. A vault toilet.
That's what they call it. Emergency crews, including Cal Fire personnel, responded to the scene to rescue the man. They got on the 504, and then they went to the 307, and they got there. They said, "Hey, man, what are you doing here, Jimmy?" All right, so
I hope people have watched the California.
he was stuck for about 10 to 15 minutes. The language barrier initially posed a challenge during the response, but the man was eventually extracted and cleaned off. Despite the ordeal, the man was not seriously injured, and it is unclear if the lost sunglasses were ever recovered. That's important.
Well, to be fair, I feel like there was a lot to cushion his fall.
Camp Edison's restroom facilities have received mixed reviews online, with some praising their cleanliness and others expressing dissatisfaction. All right, I got a lot of questions about this, as I'm sure you guys do. How small was this man? First of all,
That's a good question.
how small was this man? Second of all, how big was the hole that went into the septic or whatever
the fact
it was?
that was called a vault toilet makes me think it's a.
What is it? A toilet the size of a vault, or a toilet in a vault? When we think vault, we think vault
I
tech.
think- yes.
So and
He found himself in a very bad chamber in the vault.
all right, Chris wants to know if I can make Bill Freddy throw up. No, I could not. That man is iron. Okay. And I wouldn't try anyway.
Man of stern
because there would be repercussions if I did. So no, thank you. So this guy falls in the toilet. Again, how expensive would the sunglasses have to be for you to reach into a public toilet?
Well, maybe they were sentimental.
No, I'm
value.
asking. Listen, I mean, there's a price point that you're willing to delve into the crap, so to speak.
I think it'd have to be pretty high for me because, like, if I lost any of my current sunglasses now into the toilet, they're gone. I'm not getting that back. I'll get something else.
All right, so I think it depends on the public bathroom.
Yeah. It
So
depends.
the bath. Thank you very much. The restrooms in your place of business, probably not public bathrooms. So
I would say so.
Chris says if you're drunk, then $1.50. Yeah, probably. And the language barrier. So they say there's a language barrier. They didn't say what language the guy spoke. I mean, it's California. You can make some assumptions.
Could be Estonian.
It could be. It could be Russian. It could be Chinese. I don't know. He may speak Lithuanian.
Would
Whatever
appear
that.
that
I
you've
don't.
fallen in
I
the
mean,
toilet.
I don't.
Ah.
I don't. Yeah. Here's the thing. So it's California. So probably quite a few people speak Spanish, which makes me think it was not Spanish.
Yeah, because you'd imagine that a lot of first responders around there probably would at least be bilingual.
All right. Dave says, I agree with Cam. My Oakley sunglasses are many $100s. And if they fell in a toilet, it's time for a new pair.
Yeah, it's just some things aren't worth it.
Well, see, here's the thing. My glasses are my glasses and they are transition. So they become sunglasses when I
Also,
go outside. They're over $300.
There are ways to prepare yourself to not lose your glasses in a toilet.
Yeah. I mean, was he on the toilet when he lost it in the toilet? Was he leaning over the toilet when it happened? I mean, there are many details that we don't know. And again, I think it's a great question. Did he find the sunglasses?
Also, how big is the toilet to where he fell in?
Yeah. And how'd they get him out? I mean, they have to cut him out. I mean, he was probably slippery. So probably if you get a good grip, you can get him out of there. I just listen. I'm just being
Just
real
cut to
here.
the guy's going, pull!
No, he wouldn't say pool because he speaks a different language, and there was a
No,
language
he's speaking to
barrier.
the other guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I need to look this up. What language do they speak in Lithuania? Is there a Lithuanian language?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it just popped in and in my head, and I don't know. Slippery when wet. You're right, Dave. That is, and they don't say how they got him out. They cleaned them up afterwards. Oh, who wants that job?
Ugh.
Listen, Bob, I am your senior here, okay? Executive. You're cleaning them, not me.
Hose him down. Now hose down this poor Estonian man.
Or this Lithuanian man, or this guy from Zimbabwe. I don't know.
He keeps talking about Latveria or something. I don't know. Just
why is he wearing so much green? We might be in trouble. I don't know.
we love Doom.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let it go a second.
Thank you, background punk rockers. That's right.
All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD. Thank you. Thank you. The voice of the Carolinas.
Why is that so entertaining?
It just is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I mean, I think the answer to it is yeah.
Exactly. The thing is, I specific on purpose put in my search that it would not have vocals in it. And that would be whitelisted, which means it's okay to play on the stream and all this kind of stuff. And then the vocal popped up and it was that. And I'm like, keeping that.
Yeah.
I'm laughing my butt off in the Fortress of Nerditude in there, cranking it up, just in there going, yeah. And also, I get paid for that. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know what a Tyvek suit is, but that sounds like.
Why would you hit him with a whole house?
Is that orange? Is that like an orange suit thing? It's not a
Is it like an insulating suit of some kind?
It's not a straight jacket, is it?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, good, because I don't want to. You look it up. I'm doing other stuff. Ha ha hose. This is my ha ha hose. I'm glad Odie isn't here. He'd be under the.
I'm going to hit you with the ha ha hose.
He'd be dying laughing right now. Yes, no.
I do believe he was laughing at. Never mind.
You were looking something up.
I'm working on it, dadgummit. Tyvek. All right. Disposable one-piece protective coveralls made of flash-spun, high-density polyethylene. They're designed to block fine particles down to 1 micron, dry chemicals, and light liquids. You can apparently also buy a Tyvek suit at Amazon. They're actually not that expensive, but I guess that makes sense given that they're useful for industrial purposes and whatnot.
So I would skip the liner and go straight into the intro of what we're going to do, but because of who it is, I wanted to play because I had a discussion with Silver today about something.
Okay.
Yes, vague for about a minute.
But I won't know for a minute.
For a whole minute.
How about you tell me?
You have to wait a minute. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. I could do that over here. Except for I don't see it over here. into the Upstate Pulse. Thanks to my friend Gunther for
It makes sense now. Yeah.
for the rejoin back into the show. Was watching Night of Champions earlier today with my soon-to-be 8-year-old granddaughter, and was telling her about my friend Gunther and how he threatened to chop me, and I had explained to her what a chop was and how it would hurt. And then she's like, why would he do that? And I've said, because my boss wrote it. Because he thought it was hilarious.
Now she's gonna have a complex of like, do bosses do that to everyone?
No, she probably knows. Yeah, it's just for you, Papa. And yeah, that's true. And by the way, LexCorp is an awesome writer. The majority of the things that you hear on the air, as far as promos and things like that, are written by him. And what a great boss.
It's a funny little Easter egg to leave for you.
Yeah, well, I'm just doing all that because in case he's listening, but he's not. He stopped listening to the show a long time ago because he's too cool for it. Or he knows I got it covered, or he just doesn't care. I don't know, whatever it is. Or maybe I'm making a mistake, and mistakes are usually followed by oops.
Oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Nobody can take that much and still live.
What's this? That's cray cray.
Is everybody in this town on drugs?
This is ridiculous.
All right, I was about to say I'm the best transition in the business, but I'm the best at transition. No, I'm good at segueing into just because that trans
What's
thing
the
can mean a whole lot of things. Apparently, let's go to Florida, shall we? Because that's where things happen. An 84-year-old man is suing a Waffle House in Florida. Why would you think he's suing a Waffle House in Florida?
Because a gator ate his puppy at the Waffle House.
No, but I can't eat at Waffle House because they hate fat people, which makes no sense because the food that they make probably makes you into a fat person. But segue, thank you, Chris. But I'm too fat to ride those. They have a weight limit. Anyhow,
do they have deluxe versions?
They do not. Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe a 4-wheeled version.
Ooh, yeah, it's called a golf cart.
No, chariot way.
Anyway,
just make it.
Ooh, a chariot. That would be awesome. And then I'd just say, get out of my way.
I just yell Pax Romana a whole bunch, but people won't understand it.
I just say, get out of my way while I'm holding Michael Caine. You listened earlier, you know what that means. All right. An 84-year-old man is suing a Waffle House in Florida after tripping over a high curb while distracted by window advertisements for a limited edition waffle.
Oh, that looks like a fun waffle.
That's pretty much it, followed by.
That's weird for an old man to scream like that.
I don't know. If you're a young man and you scream that way, when you're an old man.
No. Here's what happened. His dentures flew out and it bit a woman.
Well, his wife was with him. The lawsuit claims the restaurant prioritized marketing over pedestrian safety, leading to the man's severe injuries. The man's attorney argues that the combination of the high curb, lack of warning paint, and distracting advertisements created unreasonably dangerous conditions. The man and his wife are seeking damages, claiming negligence on the part of Waffle House. And the thing about this story that bothers me the most, what do you think is the thing that bothers me the most?
It's really hard to tell sometimes.
Well, there's one thing that they don't tell you what it is in this whole story. It's okay. It's not a trick question. I can answer it for you.
Go ahead.
He high curb while distracted by a window advertisement for a limited edition waffle. What was the limited edition waffle? I mean, how can you tell this story? How can you consider yourself a good writer without saying what waffle?
Good writers are detailed.
What waffle was this? Here's the thing.
If it was a subpar waffle, then that's on him.
So no, it wasn't subpar. The waffle was so extraordinary, he lost his footing and hurt himself. So what kind of waffle would make you forget about gravity? I want to know what kind of waffle this is. And hey, do me a favor. Look up limited edition waffles at Waffle House. I'm just curious what comes up and if any of those is worth falling over a curb for. I mean, have you walked or listen? I think the signs on the side of the roads that adjust, I think those are very distracting. I'm surprised more accidents don't happen because of those. But I have never, that I recall, seen a waffle being advertised at the Waffle House that made me forget that I have feet. And I'm just curious about that. Cameron is now looking it up. Not looking it up. He's looking it up. Sometimes I don't enunciate well. I apologize for that. And Chris says if Michael Caine was with him, he wouldn't have fallen. Absolutely right.
Because he's far too supportive.
He is. He's your best buddy. So if
could have been the pecan. I'm losing my mind. Pecan. Peanut butter chip waffle.
Ooh.
Or a chocolate chip waffle. I know that's simple. But
yeah, but is that a specialty?
They apparently have they rotate a limited time seasonal option such as strawberry shortcake waffles. Cinnamon crunch.
Wait. Trey says limited edition Waffle House waffles in Spartanburg used to have weed in it.
They call that the high waffle.
The high waffle, yes.
You waffle after you have the waffle.
All right, so those are all wonderful things. I mean, a peanut butter chip waffle. And you're not going to smother that and cover that because you don't want a peanut butter waffle, with chunks of ham on it, do you?
Well, do you
or
often,
gravy?
Do you often put the hash browns on the waffle?
Why wouldn't you?
Eh.
I don't have a problem with that. It's just potatoes. Yeah, I miss them too. Whatever.
Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, sweet and salty does mix, just like how you could have waffle and fries.
Exactly.
Chicken and waffles and that kind of stuff.
Ooh, chicken and waffles. That sounds really, really
I miss
good.
chicken and waffles.
We go get you some chicken and waffles.
Well, I will in a bit.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to hit the round table and hit it so hard that it becomes a square.
All right. I got my elbows ready.
You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
The Pappy elbow is a devastating move, by the way.
Admittedly, I haven't been to Waffle House in a really long time. So
I actually don't mind Waffle House.
They don't have tables. I ain't sitting in a non-roomy booth. If you want me to spend money on your food, give me room for my girth. That's all I'm saying. Which, I mean, it's counterproductive. If you have to squeeze into a booth and your belly is being halved because of the table, you're not going to eat as much.
Agreed.
You're hurting your business. And skinny people don't go there to eat. If you're a skinny person and you go there to eat, I apologize because I'm speaking on behalf of all you people. Let me do that right there. Unfortunately, I can still hear it through the headphones, but that's fine. Don't want to disparage an advertiser, but I hate country in every single possible way. And I think advertising can be counterproductive if someone doesn't like a certain thing. Just saying, that's all. La 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 la. I can see when the spot ends because I can see the time on the thing. So I'm just talking over.
I thought you were doing the na 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 na.
Yeah. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right, I can turn it back up now.
Are you ready to get your business noticed?
Uh-huh.
Vehicle Wrap is the perfect way to
definitely am. They do an awesome job. See it in our hallway. Yeah, but if you sit on the swivel chairs, you're at the bar, and I don't want to see how they're cooking it, because that's gonna make me not want to eat.
Look
there.
the death in the eyes. Look it in its greasy evil eyes.
You say look it in his eyes. There could be something peeking out of those grease pits.
That's right.
Oh no, he's seen us.
The Waffle House gremlins.
What would a Waffle House gremlin be called? Oh, look. There's an intro.
A whiffling.
Scary. All right, welcome into the Nerd Roundtable portion of the Upstate Pulse, where we usually have a debatable question, which we do, and we're going to get to that in a minute.
Ooh.
But before we do, we promised we'd talk a little more video games, so we're going to do that right now. I want to talk about mod patience, okay? I have mod patience to the degree that when the mod keeps breaking and you're looking it up and it still keeps breaking and there's no solution for said breakage, and because you're on a console and consoles don't have commands, they used to, up, down, left, right, all those kind of cheats used to be a thing. I don't believe those are a thing anymore.
Different kind of command though.
If it unlocks the ability to do something, it's still a command.
Well, it's talking about.
All right, this is a proof. I'm just proving that you can build it into a console.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing. That you could find a way if you wanted to, because on the computer, if you get stuck, there's certain things you can type like stuck, and then you get unstuck. I forget what game that was on. That might have been an Elder Scrolls game.
It's also on SWTOR too.
Yeah.
Most MMOs have that.
You could do that but they don't have that. So I'm playing Fallout 4. I had never finished, and I talked about a couple weeks ago where they added 100 gigs of space, so you can add a bunch of mods in there. I still have it limited because it keeps crashing on me, but I had never finished America Rising 2 all the way through, which is the Rise of the Enclave. And I got to a point where it kept crashing. And I was about to give up, to the point where Cameron said, "I'm sorry, Dad," because he knew, he could see the disappointment, the anguish,
There was
the hurt.
deflating going on.
Yes. And then I decided, you know what I'm going to do? If I can get that cutscene to start, which you're in a vertibird, and you got to go, because the Brotherhood is still attacking, you've got to go defend a place in a vertibird with a minigun. If I can get it to start, then I'll save it. And I got it to start and I saved it. So the next part, it moved a little bit further and I saved it, and it crashed. I got back into it, moved a little bit further. I saved it. It crashed until I got past it. And it actually worked. Now, I don't know that that'll work on everything, but there's either rage quitting, which I've done before. And I think all gamers have rage quit.
Yes.
And there are different degrees of rage quit. There's let me throw my console up against the wall rage quit, which I've experienced and got some cuts on my face from it. Not me. If you're watching, Henry, sup. And there's also rage quitting where there are a lot of expletives hurled around the place and through a headset onto whoever's listening, which I don't do that, so I don't need to do that. And then there's rage quitting as in delete mod, put game away, come back to it later when you've forgotten about all the pain and anguish it caused you before, hoping that at some point someone had updated it to the degree where it will still work. And I've had this experience, which I use mods more than Cameron does, more than some other people do, because I think it's amazing how a game can keep going, like what Skyrim's done, like what Fallout has done. There are some other games like Cyberpunk and stuff, but that's more on computer where you're able to do that. I think it's amazing that these companies have made these IPs and allowed you to add to them.
Yeah.
And someone put their creative time into it, and I want to see what they were able to do. Some of them will suck for sure, and other ones you'll be like, man, this dude is good. And sometimes people make mods and they get hired because of it.
I will say that seeing the mods and stuff from that has made me investigate other mods and stuff on PC for other games I've played. Like there's an old Star Wars like Age of Empires game that is old as dirt, definitely looks it, but someone made like the expanding fronts mod for it and brought it up to like 4K resolution, added a whole bunch of factions and stuff into it, and made it a lot of fun to play.
Well, I will tell you that, and I think a lot of the people who are listening right now play Skyrim. The Skyrim mods are amazing.
Yes.
Especially some of the companion mods out there. The extensions for Serana are just so good. Also, Ash, who is an automaton. She's a robot. She's a synth. They made that excellent. And then the ones, then there's like Inigo and
I do like Inigo
and Sophia. I mean, there's just a lot of those, and people put a lot of work into them. Ori, I really like Ori. There's the one who's the explorer. Why am I forgetting her name? But that was great. There's even a one called Dragonheart, where a girl has a dragon heart, and she actually has the Thune also. And you guys can help save some of the dragons, some of the good dragons who are under spell, and bring them back to this brood. I mean, they do a lot of good work, but sometimes they fail miserably, and it's so easy to just stop. And I'm glad that I stuck with it. I chose the ending that was the most non-climatic. It was just like, oh, okay, I control the Enclave and the Institute. Oh, well, let's find some other stuff to do.
The bad part is you can't really do anything with it.
Well, I don't get shot just about anywhere I go. So there's that.
I guess that's a plus.
All right, Cameron started playing a new game. I guess it's an old game, but it's a new game.
It's
a new game?
It's relatively new. It's a VR game called Unloop. So essentially, you're stuck in a time loop, and it's a puzzle game. So you're stuck in all these different rooms. You have a varying timer on your temporal accident. It'll actually say how many accidents have occurred, basically saying like how many rotations you've had through this thing. But essentially, you have to work with your past and present selves to fix all these or to get through all these different puzzles, which mostly requires a whole bunch of different key cards and stuff. And there's also thankfully a reset button in case you overwhelm yourself. But I had a moment where like I thought I had it, and I realized one of my former selves messed over myself. You have a laser gun. So I took my past self out and got the card and properly put it in the right place. And it gets so convoluted, but it's so much fun because you have to think on these all converging paths of where all I need to go, where all I need to put stuff in. There's also a point where I thought I won this massive bank vault door open. I was like, cool. Realize there's one more key card I needed. I was like, ah, crap. And then the door squished me. And so I restarted over again, looked at all the me's going across, and then watched myself get squished by the doors, which was a little rough to watch.
So what is this game on?
This game is a VR game, which I got off of Steam, which I'm playing with like the first Oculus that was ever made. So
not, you mean it's not the very first one, because that probably was heavy and experimental.
Probably not the very first one, but like the first retail version.
All right. I know semantics, but
I
that's
have
what
like
we
a
do
backpack on or something. I don't know.
You could though. That would probably help.
Yeah. Well, I find like a haptic suit.
There you go.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun, but also depends on where the
good point
points of contact are.
Yeah, let's not think about that.
Yes.
All
right. So you love this game, and you would suggest that other people play it?
Absolutely.
Chris says there are a lot of old games coming back on stream, like Rome Total War or Masters of Orion 2, that you can now download and they work.
Yes.
Cameron has spent a lot of time over there before the show started, going through and finding a bunch of games.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the Steam Summer Sale right now.
All right. Speaking of games, there are some movies and shows coming out adapting games, including the Gears of War show, and going to be directed by the David Leitch, who did John Wick. So that should be pretty good. It's the origin story of Delta Squad. From what they can tell, it seems like the film may take place between the upcoming game Gears of War E-Day and the first Gears of War game.
Gotcha.
Which means they believe Marcus Phoenix won't be in it, or because he's in jail.
Well, all right. So he goes to jail a little bit before the first game, I think. There's like 14 years of history. He goes to jail 10 years into the Locust War. So there's a little bit of wiggle room. 10 years worth anyway. I think he goes to jail for like 4 years, and then I watched a whole bunch of lore videos to reacquaint myself with the series and all that, and then remember, good Lord, this whole series is sad.
All right, another show this is a show that's coming out. Rob McElhaney, who changed his name to Rob Mack, apparently, from It's Always Sunny, and yeah. Excuse me, along with Lizzie Kaplan. I don't know if you know who Lizzie Kaplan is.
I do not know who Lizzie
Hot Tub Time Machine. The girl that Cusack ends up with.
Oh.
Yeah. They are starring in the new Far Cry TV show.
Do we know where it's set?
They're not saying. They won't say. They say, what I love about the Far Cry game franchise is it's an anthology. Each game is a variation of a theme, the same way each season of Fargo is a variation on a theme. Create a big action show that can change from year to year. So maybe they're going everywhere.
Could be. And maybe they have different actors per season.
Maybe. Or maybe they use the same ones and just put them in different roles.
Could be.
I'd be okay with that too. I can't wait till they come to America.
Until they take a trip to Montana.
Yeah, to Montana.
Will Herc be in it?
So we can meet. Yeah. Well, you know who that's going to be.
Jack Black?
Either him or what's his name? Seth Rogen.
I don't know if I don't see Herc being Seth Rogen.
Why?
It just doesn't fit.
Okay. Well, in my mind, I think it possibly could work. All right. There's an argument going on. Which is more powerful, Star Trek's dilithium crystals or Star Wars kyber crystals? Which one do you think is more powerful?
I don't know enough about the dilithium, but I know kyber crystals were used to create the Death Star. A space station that could blow up entire planets.
They also are used for lightsabers.
Yes, they're also used for lightsabers.
Okay, both Star Trek and Star Wars feature unique magical crystals at the core of their technologies. Dilithium crystals are essential engine components for Starfleet starships, while kyber crystals are the force-connected lenses that power lightsabers. While dilithium crystals are rare and used for energy redirection, kyber crystals possess psychic qualities and can be weaponized by Jedi. Recent developments in Star Trek Discovery suggest dilithium crystals may also have psychic properties, blurring the line between the two fictional crystals. Kyber crystals, also known as kyber crystals, are semi-conscious and have a group mind, making them more than just minerals in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, because they call to their perspective Jedi. Again, I think kyber crystals take the cake here. Because again, the Death Star.
All right. Mark says kyber crystals. Let's see. Trey says Lizzie Kaplan was in a great show called The Class. It also starred John Barenthal. I thought it was going to be as big as Friends, but it got canceled the first season. It had a lot of future stars. I loved her in Hot Tub Time Machine. I think she was one of the standout actors in it, which is hard to do with,
it was a pretty stacked cast.
It was. And I really enjoyed that movie. Some things were a little extreme, but it was also set in the 80s. So everything, that was my time. All right.
He beat you out your shoes.
How's that even possible? Man, you strong. Let's see.
We just remember all of Craig's lines.
We do. GM replaces more than 1,000 workers with 50 robots at flagship Detroit plant. All right, so it's starting. They're saying, oh, don't worry about it. Your job's fine. We're not going to replace it with robots. Them robots, they're not going to do. I mean, they replaced Charlie's dad in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now they're replacing people in Michigan. And it's hard for me to feel for people in or from Michigan. But I do.
Tells you how bad the situation
The use of artificial intelligence, robotics, and automation in the U.S. auto industry has sparked a debate between manufacturers and union leaders. While automakers view advanced technology as crucial for competitiveness, union leaders express concerns about job security and worker benefits as automakers increase investments in automation. The industry faces pressure to enhance efficiency amid global competition. So they're using robots and cobots.
Does it explain what a cobot is?
It does not. So I looked it up because I didn't know what a cobot was. So a cobot is a robot specifically designed to work safely and directly alongside humans in a shared workspace, unlike traditional industrial robots that are isolated in cages. Cobots use built-in sensors and force limiters to prevent human injury. Sure they do.
I'm just thinking of that poor kid during that parade a couple weeks back.
He got tore up.
He did.
He got
that thing was supposed to have limiters too, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that kid's he's gonna need therapy, probably.
He's gonna be the leader of the anti-robot rebellion. That's John Connor,
That's
right
John
there.
Connor. And then John Connor got kicked by a robot, and it changed the world as we know it. All right, the Batman Nightfall trailer has just dropped, and it looks wicked.
Yes. Holy 90s Batman.
It's Azrael's in it. So, it's not going to be most of these animated movies are not that kid friendly.
No, they're not.
They are pretty rough. And
I think the only one that's like relatively lighthearted was the crossover with TMNT, but I still need to watch that.
I don't think I've watched that.
I saw a clip.
Maybe I saw bits and pieces of it.
I saw a clip of Batman versus Shredder, and it was kind of awesome.
Sounds like it would be. All right. It is time to take our final break. When we come back, we're going to hit the lightning round and squeeze in as many things as we possibly can in the last couple of minutes of the show. Listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Yes, it does, Chris. And the new season is either coming out next week or in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I need to finish the first season.
First season was good.
I kind of fell off.
It's not my favorite Batman cartoon, but it's not bad. It has to do with setting, too.
Yeah, because, how much can you actually do in...
I don't know, Spider Noir.
Yeah.
Basically in the same time period, so...
Weirdly enough, I feel like it works better for Spider Noir, even though
because
there's more
Nick Cage.
Yeah,
It's just been added to some game. What's the big game that people play? What's the big game that everyone's playing?
Fortnite.
With guns? No, with guns.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. They've added Nick Cage to Call of Duty.
Which version of Nick Cage?
I don't know. Just saw
Just straight up Nick Cage.
I think it's just Nick Cage. Yes.
Do they have that Hand of God finisher that he does?
I don't know.
Have you seen the clip of? I don't know what movie it's from, but he just goes and just smacks the crap out of a dude.
Good in their skin again. Right now, when you call it, mention
Oh,
Joey
no.
Hudson, you'll get 2 free weeks in the PhD program, and they'll cover the cost of your food. That's a $1,500 value, completely free. Call today, 864-644-1900. Mention Joey Hudson. Again, that's 864-644-1900, or go to myphdweightloss.com. Summer is already here, and it's not too late. MyPhDWeightLoss.com.
Hi, it's Josh from D&D Motors in Greer. Did you know we're the Upstate's only 2025 President's Award winner? Family owned and built on trust since 1937. Don't miss employee pricing. Right now,
Sorry, I'm not talking. Gotta do the thing.
Only $399 a month or a new 26 F-150.
I was going to show him the slap of God, but I need to wait until he's not having to push buttons. I feel like the opportunity will not come until after the show. Narrating my thoughts with Cameron Wrights. Also,
We're a little short. That's going to take us too long. Doesn't matter.
You missed them, but now they're back. Rob's Hat, the band that took the country world by storm, just dropped their latest hit album. She's easy like country music.
Hey, y'all, this is Lonnie from Rob's Hat. Please buy our new album, because our drummer Purvis done stole another stinking red truck, and we need bail money. Thank you.
This album is bound to be a hit at your barbecue, bail hearing, or bar mitzvah with tracks like She's Easy Like Country Music, She's Not My Girl, She's My Bartender.
She's not my girl, she's my bartender. I am the man, I'm not a pretender. She's not my girl, she's my bartender. But at 2 a.m. I am him, the guy that's gonna win her.
Double wide love and a single wide. Lychees in my breechies. Storm clouds.
Storm clouds on the horizon, wind upon the plain. To feel and smell and look there is right before the rain.
Waffle House Serenade and Overcompensation.
Mid-size, half-size, extended cab with rag tops. B6, B8, it means that this won't stop. Pockets way too small for park the truck sideways. It's not the motion of the ocean, it's the capsize these days. You can try to hide it, but you won't hear what you say. Yeah, the parking lot's full and you're just truck compensated.
Order now and get absolutely free Pappy Does Show Tunes. The beautiful vocal stylings of the one and only Pappy will delight audiences everywhere with his magnificent renditions of Danny Boy.
oh, Danny boy, the pipes are gone.
Toyland, Memory from Cats, Jelly Roll Blues, Hello My Baby,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Lady Marmalade, and many more.
Gitchy, da. Gitchy, yeah. Mocha chocolate, yeah. Creole Lady Marmalade. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Moi, baby. Wait a second. Wait, that means what?
Pick up or download She's Easy Like Country Music from Rob's Hat today. Venmo your money to hashtag Purvis Loves Red Trucks. Purvis will be waiting in jail. Seriously, dude? Again?
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right. W has spoken, lightning has struck twice. That means we're into the lightning round. We squeeze as many things as we possibly can into the last few minutes of the show. WB has made some more announcements, including some upcoming animated films or series. And the one that's really going to make people excited, Absolute Batman, is getting its own series. Really? And here's the tagline. Absolute Batman boldly reinvents the Batman mythos for a new generation of fans, reimagining the Dark Knight as a working-class hero up against impossible odds and the most terrifying foes ever, on a mission to prove that even in an era of wealth, power, and corruption, one good person can change the world. So right now, the Absolute Universe is going nuts. I mean, it's doing really, really, really well. And so they're going to have a TV series. Also, Crypto is getting his own show, cartoon. When he's not hanging out with Superman or Supergirl, Crypto tags along with a gang of misfit criminal wannabes who live down the block, and they soon discover he's a ball of destructive, lovable energy, worse than any of them.
Are we talking like DCU Crypto?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. As he follows them into misadventures and poorly laid plans, Crypto's pure natural nature slowly ends up redeeming them, whether they want it or not. And finally, there's a Joker show coming. The Joker show, produced by Jim Krieg and Yasuhiro Aoki. The series is described as a story of what happens to the Joker when he loses his biggest foe. When Batman is murdered, the Joker launches a ruthless crusade through Gotham's underworld to find the killer who took away his greatest adversary. But as the violent quest for answers pushes him closer towards vigilante than villain, Joker is forced to confront the truth that without Batman, he doesn't know who he is.
Oh, without Batman, crime has no punchline.
There is that. And looking forward to that. By the way, X-Men 97, the shirt I am wearing right now, that I got for Father's Day. Thank you, children and wife and grandchild. Comes out the second season, July 1st. So that's next week. So there's another show that we need to be watching.
We're so behind.
We are. We may have to do that thing where we watch things separately in order to catch up.
Yeah.
I hate doing that, but we may have to do that. All right, Mel Brooks turns 100 tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Mel Brooks.
Happy birthday, Mel Brooks. Hey, could Mr. Tiger, can me and the boys get some more beans?
I think you've had enough.
Stinker.
Yes.
I was up for some parts in that movie, but I said no.
Sure you were. Okay, according to reports, Elektra is back for Daredevil.
I'm down for it.
She's been seen filming, so that means Elektra is back. Oh, let's see. Do we have time? Yes. Rudolf Schaubach, a resident of Villach, Austria, developed a sheep chainmail to protect sheep from wolf attacks. The prototype, a plastic net with sharp spikes, aims to deter wolves from biting sheep. However, I'm watching my clock. The invention has faced criticism from sheep farmers who find it impractical and potentially harmful to animals. Despite the negative feedback, Schaubach remains confident in the effectiveness of his creation and is seeking further testing opportunities.
I will armor my sheep against the wolves. They have taken so many of my sheep already. I should start making the plate mail. I will make the sheep knights.
Plate mail will be too heavy, but chainmail, I mean, you know.
Well, if we're using cheap plastics that I'm 3D printing, it should be fine.
Also, really quick, the Frankenstein rabbits are back, so keep an eye out. If you see rabbits, we talked about this before, with tentacles and things growing out of their heads, they're back.
Oh yeah, the Eldritch rabbits.
Yeah, so it's Frankenstein rabbit season. I want to thank everybody for joining us for the show. We really do appreciate.
Carcosa.
What?
Nothing. You keep going.
We'll do it. I thought something played that wasn't supposed to play.
No. It was me. It was me.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll be back again next week. I don't know after today, but we'll be back next week, maybe. Have a great weekend, everybody. Oh no, my papers fell.
Stinker.
That was a reference to the King in Yellow.
I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
You weren't loud enough, and I couldn't hear you. And I'm like,
I went away from the mic.
Run away!
Trey knows.
You're talking about the Monty
That
Python.
rabbit is dynamite.
Yes, I have that shirt somewhere.
I have that rabbit.
I know you do. It's freaky. All right,
freaks my niece.
Thank you, everybody. Say goodbye, Cameron.
Goodbye, Cameron. Where's the camera? There it is.
I'm going to start waving now.